Greetings all, welcome to my video. From the eventchronicle.com. 10 Supposed Secret Space Programs. By Samuel Popejoy. For decades, the world has questioned the space exploration narrative propounded by NASA. While this is not widely known, NASA is essentially a military organization, which means that this agency could protect sensitive information under the guise of defending national security. While the evidence seems to suggest that NASA did indeed send human beings to the moon, many of the pictures taken on the moon are said to have been faked or altered, and NASA has also altered images and video taken from the ISS. In 2002, Gary McKinnon hacked into NASA's computer systems, and the data that he found seems to corroborate the supposition that this government agency is hiding information from the public. McKinnon uncovered pictures of UFOs that had been edited out of satellite imagery, flight manifests for spacecraft that didn't officially exist, and lists of military officers involved in extraterrestrial operations. Buzz Aldrin, one of the first men on the moon, has reported encountering an L-shaped UFO, and this space veteran also drew attention to an artificially constructed monolith on the Mars moon Phobos, during a startling C-SPAN interview. On multiple nights in the summer of 1952, dozens of UFOs circled over the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. Who piloted these craft, who hid the information that Gary McKinnon found, and who put that monolith on Phobos? There's a mystery here waiting to be discovered, and in the following list, we will explore some of the purported secret space programs, whose personnel may hold the answers. 10. Solar Warden. When Gary McKinnon hacked into NASA's hard drives, some of the information he found was related to a black-budget program, known as Solar Warden. This program supposedly came into existence in tandem with the Star Wars Space Defense Initiative, and McKinnon came across information that seemed to indicate that the operation consisted of 8 enormous motherships, and approximately 40 smaller vessels. Supposed secret space program insider William Tompkins claims to have helped develop the vessels used in the Solar Warden fleet. Tompkins was apparently inducted into classified aerospace think tanks before he even graduated high school, due to his stunning proficiency at building models of naval ships. Throughout his career, Tompkins received telepathic information, including blueprints, from benevolent extraterrestrials, who wanted us to be able to defend ourselves. According to the independent testimony of multiple insiders, a treaty was made in the 1950s, between malevolent ETs, represented by breakaway Nazis, and the Eisenhower administration. In exchange for human subjects to use for biological materials, these aliens would guarantee the military supremacy of the United States. Strict quotas were set to ensure that only a small number of humans would be abducted. It quickly became apparent, however, that the ETs were not sticking to their end of the bargain. Solar Warden was developed as a form of interplanetary border control, to stop malevolent aliens from stealing more humans than they were allotted. Developed in the 1960s and 70s, and deployed in 1980, Solar Warden is one of the earliest secret space programs. As international corporate interests became aware of the potential profits available from interacting with ETs, however, another program was soon developed. 9. Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate, ICC. Lockheed's Skunk Works division has a penchant for secrecy. The existence of the F-117A stealth fighter was kept secret for nearly 10 years, until the eve of the Gulf War. Though the existence of the SR-71 Blackbird is well known, insider Edgar Rothschild Fuchs claims that Lockheed has developed secret planes, all the way up to SR-75. Some of these aircraft are apparently capable of speeds in excess of Mach 10. Various insiders claim that Skunk Works has also made spacecraft capable of reaching other worlds. These witnesses to the secret space programs claim that Lockheed, Northrop Grumman, and various non-aerospace corporations all joined together to form an organization called the Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate, ICC. While the purpose of Solar Warden is the defense of the solar system, the objective of the ICC is trade. According to secret space program insider Corey Goode, the ICC does trade from their bases on Mars, with over 900 extraterrestrial species. Apparently, human beings have a knack for engineering that is valuable to other species that have reached a level of development roughly comparable to our own. These Mars bases are staffed by slaves who were taken from Earth in the 1970s and 1980s, and many of these slaves have now had children, who are doomed to a life of abject servitude. In 2015, the British Interplanetary Society, BIS, held a distinctly odd meeting. Charles Cockle, the event organizer, led his fellow society members in a thought experiment to determine how best to depose a ruthless dictator of a Martian colony. Coincidentally, this event was held within days of Good revealing the existence of a slave colony on Mars. Since there are ostensibly no human colonies on Mars to date, it would seem that the BIS should be more concerned with methods for getting human beings to the Red Planet than they should with the potential socio-economic ramifications of establishing a colony that doesn't officially exist. Do these British elites know something that we don't, or are they just incredibly thorough contingency planners? 8. German breakaway civilization. In the early 1930s, German occultist Maria Orsic allegedly contacted extraterrestrials while in a trance state. Orsic was a member of the Vril Society, which itself was an offshoot of the Thule Society. Both groups were involved in investigating the origins of the Aryan race, and Orsic supposedly received information on how to build an interstellar spaceship from extraterrestrials from Aldebaran, who claimed to be the progenitors of the Aryans. While Hitler believed that the Black Sun Society, a group controlled by the SS, had thoroughly infiltrated the Vril and Thule societies, it appears that Orsic had plans, other than giving up control of her spacefaring capabilities to the warlike Third Reich. Orsic and her entire group disappeared without a trace in the final days of World War II, leading the occultists that she left behind to believe that she had successfully made the trip to Aldebaran in the ship that the Vril Society had constructed. The Nazis, however, had other plans in motion for achieving a permanent presence among the stars. 7. The Dark Fleet. While the Vril Society was more interested in peaceful space exploration, the Third Reich had a mind only for conquest. According to over a dozen supposed secret space program insiders, these militaristic ambitions were helped along greatly when the Nazis made contact with an extraterrestrial group called the Draco, sometime in the 1930s. When discerning common threads among the varying testimonies given by mediums, contacts, and insiders, it can be established that the Draco are an interplanetary empire that originated in the vicinity of the Orion constellation. This empire is composed of a variety of different reptilian humanoid species, and the Draco are centrally controlled by a highly advanced artificial intelligence. According to secret space program lore, this artificial intelligence is from a different universe, and its sole purpose is to destroy and conquer all forms of biological life. Various mediumistic channels, such as the creators of the Law of One book series, indicate that a basic blueprint of human life is encoded into the quantum framework of the galaxy itself. This prototype is transmitted to each star in the galaxy, and each star transmits this program to its planets. Therefore, humanoid life is the norm in at least our galaxy, and this basic 5-star archetype takes hold in whichever form of life becomes dominant on a given planet. The purpose of the artificial intelligence that has infested the Draco, in the form of nanites, is to pervert or invert this sacred image of advanced life that the Christian Bible refers to as the image of God. Secret space program insiders speculate that cultural depictions of the devil and demons originate from unconscious or lore-based knowledge of the Draco, and the insider community believes that the Draco subsist on something called Lush. Lush is a spiritual energy that is released by humanoid life forms that experience negative emotions or physical pain. Therefore, the elite caste in societies that have been infiltrated by the Draco turn traitor against their own species in order to engineer panoptic prisons that keep their fellow beings enslaved, terrified, ill, and ignorant. These misanthropic priorities made the Draco and the Nazis a perfect match. The Nazis sought spacefaring capabilities, and the Draco sought a new species, to add to their interstellar army. The Draco Empire, though constantly besieged by benevolent extraterrestrials, spans a great deal of territory throughout the galaxy. The Dark Fleet, which is mainly composed of ethnic Germans, is used by the Draco to defend existing territory and conquer new planets in other star systems. While the Dark Fleet apparently has a sizable presence here in the Sol system, their main forces are deployed in distant regions of the galaxy, where they join other captured races in the perennial task of expanding the slave empire of beings that many on our world would consider to be demons. 6. Project Moon Shadow. According to alleged secret space program insider Randy Kramer, Project Moon Shadow was a MyLab program designed to train genetically augmented super soldiers. MyLab is a contraction of military abduction, and this term refers to a number of projects that were supposedly conducted to obtain and train assets, usually children, for the secret space programs. Many of these projects assessed the eligibility of sensitive individuals for work as intuitive empaths, which is a position that involves interfacing with extraterrestrials who have evolved beyond the need for vocal utterances. Usually, these naturally born empaths were identified from a distance, using reverse-engineered extraterrestrial technology. The developers of Project Moon Shadow, however, genetically engineered embryos, from the ground up, that were then implanted into unwitting female hosts. These children would be born, and live a few normal years, before being brought aboard secret space program craft, in the dead of night. They would then be flown to the moon, where they would participate in training exercises, designed to bring out their latent abilities. In sharp contrast to other MyLab programs, the training provided in Project Moon Shadow did not involve traumatizing experiences. According to Kramer, Project Moon Shadow consisted of 300 boys and girls, who were trained in strategy, agility, and strength. Later, these genetically engineered child soldiers were given live weapons, and trained alongside bemused adults. According to the testimony of insiders such as Corey Good and Tony Rodriguez, other MyLab programs exposed children to the absolute depths of horror. Children were raped and murdered in front of other children. MyLab participants were put into virtual reality scenarios, in which they were pitted against monsters and forced to fight for their lives, and a general worship of occult practices was prevalent. Kramer was spared this hell, but he would soon find himself in a situation nearly as merciless. 5. Mars Defense Force. After his training, Kramer was apparently inducted into a military organization, known as the Mars Defense Force, MDF. The MDF was a joint operation, created by a number of different Earth governments, to guard 5 burgeoning colonies on Mars. Kramer recollects visiting Ares Prime, which was the first colony built on the Red Planet. He describes this colony as containing a full Earth-like ecosystem, complete with farmers, engineers, and bureaucrats. Kramer reportedly defended these bases from indigenous Martians and other extraterrestrial species. He completed a 17-year tour of duty on Mars before he was reassigned to the Moon for his remaining 3 years of service. Like other secret space program assets, Kramer alleges that he was involved in a so-called 20 and back, which is a 20-year term of service that each participant agrees to with a litany of consent forms. At the end of this obligation, 20 and back assets are memory wiped, also known as blank slated, and age regressed, back to the age they were when they entered the program. They are then sent back in time, to a point within minutes of their original date of departure. According to various insiders, only 2 to 5% of 20 and back participants ever regain their memories. 4. Global Galactic League of Nations. It is widely believed in the insider community that the Roswell UFO incident was indeed an instance of a crashed extraterrestrial spacecraft. American aerospace contractors and the Nazi scientists involved in Operation Paperclip were tasked with reverse engineering this craft to produce usable technology. The craft that have been reproduced from the Roswell crash, and other similar incidents, are known as Alien Reproduction Vehicles, ARVs. The TR-3B is an example of a commonly cited ARV. The United States, however, wasn't the only superpower to find the wreckage of alien craft. According to insider lore, much of the information received by the American military-industrial complex, regarding UFOs, was transmitted by captured Nazi assets, who had helped reverse engineer ancient Vimana craft, that the Vril and Thule societies, had found in the Himalayas. These reproduction Vimanas, had been operational since the 1930s, giving German scientists a leg up in the UFO game, that made them into hotly contested prizes at the end of World War II. However, the Soviets didn't need German scientists to tell them all the secrets of extraterrestrial craft. According to various insiders, Stalin found a crashed ship of his own in Siberia, that he tasked Soviet scientists to reverse engineer. The result of this initiative was a craft called the Cosmosphere, which caught the attention of American military assets in the early 1950s. The presence of these 1 to 3 man flying silver spheres in the skies, as the Americans were getting their own fledgling secret space program off the ground, ultimately led to the formation of the Global Galactic League of Nations. Russia, China, the United States, and Germany were the core members of this group, but other nations were given token membership, in exchange for keeping quiet about the UFO phenomenon. Member nations also agreed to hand over any crashed UFOs to the American or Soviet governments. According to secret space program insiders, American and Russian assets worked together throughout the entirety of the Cold War, despite the narrative that was sold to the masses, and the superpowers of the world continue to collaborate on secret space program agenda items, with no concern given to the theatrics regularly employed to keep the people of the world entertained and distracted. 3. Earth Alliance. Various insiders have revealed that highly sensitive information pertaining to extraterrestrials and the secret space programs is habitually disclosed in the form of fiction. In this way, the social engineers, who have erected this monumental lie, are able to accuse anyone who comes forward with the truth as misconstruing fiction with reality, or stealing their ideas from TV shows. Plus, it's true that reality is stranger than fiction, and strangeness sells. It appears this obfuscatory tactic was undertaken to cover the tracks of the Earth Alliance. In the television show Babylon 5, the Earth Alliance is an open confederation of human governments that was formed to protect the planet. According to insider lore, the real Earth Alliance serves a similar function, but its actions are accomplished sub rosa. The Earth Alliance arose in opposition to what most insiders call the Cabal. This name was chosen because the members of the Cabal prefer to call themselves the Illuminati, which means the Illuminated Ones. According to the Earth Alliance, however, this group is not illuminated at all, and has in fact been responsible for casting the denizens of our planet into a dark pit of disease, war, political disenfranchisement, civic unawareness, and wage slavery. The Cabal has been controlled by the Draco for centuries, and it is this alliance that is responsible for the commonly made connection between occult practices and devil worship. The Earth Alliance has been working in the shadows to undo the Cabal's efforts to plunge humanity into an eternal darkness of massive depopulation and open technocratic rule. Members of the Earth Alliance have infiltrated the militaries of the United States, China, Russia, and other countries, and insider Corey Goode has unequivocally stated that the Earth Alliance has supported President Donald Trump since the beginning of his candidacy. Best-selling author Jerome Corsi has expanded on this point by relaying that factions in the U.S. military recruited Donald Trump to run for President of the United States, with their assurances that any efforts to rig the election would be nullified. This position has been confirmed by the anonymous intel source, QAnon, that many believe to be comprised of the same members of military intelligence that got Trump elected. As soon as Donald Trump was elected president, the Earth Alliance began operations across the globe, designed to root out and destroy Cabal influence once and for all. USMC troops flooded into underground facilities, hidden below FEMA camps, and eliminated Draco operatives. A secret military tribunal was established, and over 25,000 sealed indictments have been filed, at Pacer.gov since October 2017. The Earth Alliance showed its true strength, when a small fleet of Dark Fleet craft attempted to leave the planet, from their hiding place in Antarctica. Before this event, no one knew that the Earth Alliance had developed their own secret space program, but apparently a fleet of fighter-sized spacecraft appeared from nowhere, and inflicted critical damage on the fleeing Dark Fleet ships. As the Earth Alliance continues to perform operations, on and below the Earth's surface, to free mankind from Cabal and Draco rule, it seems that they have also been inducted into the Brotherhood of the Secret Space Programs. 2. Military-Industrial Complex Secret Space Program. While the members of the Earth Alliance, the Global Galactic League of Nations, and even the Cabal, all agree that the secrets of the clandestine space programs, extraterrestrial contact, and suppressed technologies, should be disclosed to the people of the world, there is some contention over how this feat should be accomplished. The Cabal wants to release this information over the course of generations. They are attempting to gradually engineer global society into a state in which this sort of revelation would only cement the role of the Cabal as absolute and eternal overlords over mankind. The Earth Alliance wants full disclosure to occur now, so that humanity can reap the benefits of free, or zero-point energy, superluminal spaceflight, and advanced medical technologies, but they are fully aware that such a divulgence would entirely crash the current global economic system, and engender total worldwide chaos, until a new order could be established. The Earth Alliance and the Cabal both intend to use a third faction known as the Military-Industrial Complex Secret Space Program, MIC-SSP, as a stepping stone toward full disclosure. On page 334 of the Reagan Diaries, it is revealed that President Reagan had been briefed on June 11, 1985, on the American space program's capability of putting 300 people in orbit. It goes without saying that such a figure would be ludicrous to consider even today, on the basis of publicly revealed information. However, it appears that black-budget programs within the Air Force have been developing clandestine aerospace vehicles for at least the last 30 years. According to various insiders, films like the Avengers series have served as orchestrated facets in the effort to gradually acclimate the public to the existence of suppressed technology. This practice of seeding hidden truths into mass media productions is called predictive programming, and it is also apparently used by the Cabal to hijack our co-creative consciousness, to bring about deleterious situations. Even the most elevated members of the MIC-SSP have no idea what is truly going on in the cosmos. They have limited bases on the Moon, Mars, and in Earth orbit, but they have no contact with extraterrestrials, and believe that their level of knowledge is the absolute truth. It is believed that releasing information on clandestine aircraft, such as the TR-3B, and flying aircraft carriers, could prime the public for further disclosures of a more expansive nature. The Cabal also intends to ignite this disclosure process, if they ever feel their rule to be severely threatened, which has led many to believe that recent disclosure efforts, enacted by Tom DeLonge, and various high-level aerospace and military personnel, have been a front for the psychological warfare operations of an increasingly cornered Cabal. 1. Secret Space Program Alliance. According to numerous secret space program insiders, the Earth Alliance has a counterpart beyond the terrestrial sphere. This organization is known as the Secret Space Program Alliance, SSP Alliance, and it is comprised of a variety of constituent members, such as Solar Warden, the ICC, and the Global Galactic League of Nations. Though the SSP Alliance is composed almost entirely of members that spend most of their time off-planet, this organization is still highly involved in earthly affairs. The SSP Alliance represents the top of the totem pole in the secret space program hierarchy. This group has been afforded a seat at the so-called Super Federation, which is composed of over 60 extraterrestrial species that have been conducting experiments on Earth's human, animal, and plant life. The SSP Alliance has also made contact with the Galactic Federation, which is composed of hundreds of different benevolent extraterrestrial races. This organization has also had contact with a society of hyper-advanced, fourth-density, human beings, who live under the Earth's surface, in vast climate-controlled chambers, capable of supporting human life. This society is composed of multiple groups, that have branched off from the natural development of human life on Earth, and the lead group, known as the Anshar, claim to have traveled back in time, from our future in order to maintain an ideal timeline. The SSP Alliance essentially holds the reins of the various benevolent secret space programs, that operate in and around the Sol system. This group desperately wants humanity to gain access to information, and technologies, that have been hidden by the Cabal, and many within the SSP Alliance, are actively preparing mankind to ride the wave of enhanced consciousness, that these societal changes will bring. Though belief systems regarding this event vary within the SSP Alliance, most members believe that an upcoming electromagnetic shift in solar dynamics will actuate a quantum leap in human awareness. It is widely believed that the latent talents, inherent to human consciousness, have been willfully suppressed by malign actors, and the members of the SSP Alliance have united, to sweep away this vestigial husk of corruption, and usher in a new golden age for all of mankind. Samuel is a freelance writer and inquirer into the unknown. By rejecting the authority of conventional belief systems, while grounding his perspectives in the core of human experience, he manifests content that dissolves barriers between perception and comprehension. Follow Samuel on Twitter at Samuel Popejoy. This article, 10 Supposed Secret Space Programs, was originally published on Listverse, and syndicated by the Event Chronicle. Thank you for watching. Please help spread the word, and make a difference, by sharing and subscribing for more thought-provoking content, and give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Your support is greatly appreciated. Be aware, and stay safe.